Dear everyone, welcome to our radio series, Finding Peace in Turmoil. This program is brought to you by the joint effort of Meditation Master Minh Niem and the meditation psychotherapy communities, Mindful Living Land, in several places. This radio series is streamed every week on YouTube and podcast on the only official channel, Minh Niem. Every day, if we only spend 30 minutes or an hour to practice meditation, such as a guided sitting meditation or walking meditation, we can only experience a state of calmness, peace, focus, and wisdom at that particular moment. It is not powerful enough to make a difference to the rest of the day when we have to work, interact, or participate in daily routines, which are often dynamic. And even when the meditation session is extended to 4 or 5 hours, it makes no difference to the daily activities, especially when adversity happens to arise. It is best advised that we should practice meditation wherever we are. This is the greatest challenge for each student. Before we're able to reach that level, let us now experience the practice of meditating in a moving environment, which does not mean that we need to sit completely still on a round cushion, but we do meditation in an ordinary life setting. The purpose of this practice is to familiarize ourselves with the habit of meditating in motion. Moreover, sometimes we're unable to meditate in a static posture and cultivate concentration on one anchor point, especially when our mind is getting tense, overwhelmed, and emotional. We can then choose to practice sitting still in a relatively relaxed manner. And although we've been practicing meditation in the traditional way, we could try this new exercise, because each exercise will offer different benefits. Actually, this may not be considered an exercise, but just an experience of sitting still in serenity, awareness, and relaxation to deeply cultivate a sense of living. Up next, let us invite you to join an extended sitting meditation titled Sitting in Stillness, guided by Meditation Master Minh Niem.
Dear everyone, may you always be peaceful and relaxed. Let's commence the new sitting meditation practice with the theme of sitting in stillness. You can sit on a chair, whatever type of chair, as long as you feel comfortable and stable. A sofa is fine, as long as you do not lie flat or sprawl on it. If you like, you can still place a mat, such as a yoga mat, on the floor and sit on it. You can sit in the hallway, on the balcony, near the window, so you can look out. You can sit in the garden. You can even sit in the corner of a peaceful and quiet park. We can sit anywhere in a quiet space when people are walking around to practice this exercise. And best of all, we should sit in the early morning when we wake up at around 4:30 or 5. Looking out of the window, even though the sun hasn't risen yet, we can see everything really still. The scenery is still. The space is truly tranquil. Our mind at that time is still pure. So it is very easy for us to focus or to observe ourselves and to practice this exercise. However, it is also nice when the sun is up, as we can see things more clearly. Then we can choose the surrounding scenery as an object for our mind to dwell on. It's still okay if we have no choice but to sit in the evening, or if you like sitting in the evening. Looking into the darkness without seeing any objects can be quite pleasant. But it will be better if we sit close to where the light comes out from the room or shines on things outside, so that we can see some branches, some flowers, buds, or any trees as objects for our focus. It's also fine to sit under the moon and see things in its dim light. Or we can make use of the lights from the neighbor's house or the street lights to see the scenery afar. If we just look into the darkness, our mind will have no anchor point and tend to wander. However, at the time, if we have no choice but to sit at night in complete darkness, we should choose to dwell our mind on the breath or any part of our body. We can prepare ourselves a hot cup of tea for this exercise, or coffee or water will also be okay. Let's take it easy. If we can arrange a vase of flowers and burn some candles, that would be great. But also avoid going so overboard with the preparation that we end up wasting a lot of time and energy. We must turn off the phone and put it away from where we meditate so that we won't be looking at it. And definitely don't turn on the TV or any music, even though it's soothing and melodious. We want to be in contact with a tranquil space and able to hear the surrounding sounds well. And if we are sitting with someone else, we shouldn't be talking. Everyone returns to dwell on themselves. We all return to our own practice. And we should remember that it's just an extended meditation practice. Now, let's get into the exercise. First, please lean back on your chair. Relax the whole body. If the chair doesn't have a back, or we are sitting on the ground or the floor, keep your spine upright, but still have some gentle relaxation. Slowly close your eyes and feel the relaxation begin to arise. Smile gently, a tender smile, and feel the lips slightly stretch. Feel your whole face slowly relax, slowly settle. Be aware that we are meditating, we are sitting still, dwelling deeply, bringing the mind back to the body, resting the mind on the body. Don't allow it to wander, depend on or take shelter in anything else anymore. The mind is returning to connect with the body. Feel the eyes slightly closed and relaxed. The lips are smiling. Breathing in, and we know we are breathing in through the raising of the belly. Breathing out, we know we are breathing out through the falling of the belly. I am hanging out with my breath. There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to achieve. It's simply returning and deep connecting with ourselves to unleash our full potential within ourselves. At least that's the state of relaxation and peace. Relaxation means freedom, without any pressure at all. Fully enjoying this moment, we can still notice the in and out breath through the nostrils. The breath will gently touch a certain point in the inner wall of the nostril. Let us find that point and not the in and out breath. Just know it. Know it generally, and it's okay not to know how it is so well. Sometimes we do need to know it well. Sometimes we just need to know the overall. Please note, there is no need to chase after the breath running from the nose to the belly, and then from the belly back to the nose. Because we will never catch it. It has its own pace, and there's no reason to chase after it. Our job is not to control the breath, but to develop continuous awareness, constant mindfulness. Smile. A smile helps relax the muscles of our face and whole body. Smile with the in and out breath. Be aware that we are still alive, still well, still able to meditate and bring our minds back. Continue to relax the whole body, both shoulders and two arms. One palm can be placed on top of the other, and we can place them gently either up or down on our knees. Today we are practicing extended meditation, so we are not required to maintain a formal or full posture to cultivate deep concentration as the previous meditation practices. Feel the soles of our feet touching the floor. If we are leaning against the back of the chair, our hands can rest slightly on our thighs. And if we don't want to tilt back in the chair, we can sit straight, but loosen our body and relax. This is the in breath This is the out-breath. Please remember to take natural and unforced breaths. Let the breath come in and out by itself. We don't interfere. We are literally sitting and hanging out, letting everything happen without our intervention. There's no hurry at all. Just a little diligence, a little attention. But it is still our skillfulness. Now, listen to the sounds around us. What sounds passing through our ears that we are listening to? Smile and notice a sound that we are aware of. For example, the sound of the wind blowing, the sound of the birds or chicken singing, the sound of insects chirping, the sound of people talking in the street, of cars honking, or no sound at all. It's called the sound of silence. The silence of the night or the early morning. And there is the voice of the meditation instructor that we can hear very well. Smile, not that we are listening to those sounds, but don't follow them. Don't analyze, don't overthink. Don't get caught up in them. Or if we happen to control them or get swept away by them, just smile and note that we have just had such experiences and stop. Just stand as an outsider to listen, observe, and take note. Now, slowly open our eyes. Don't look straight ahead. You just need to take a general look. Do not look closely at any object in detail. Just note that I am looking at the overall landscape around me or in front of me. And what am I feeling right now? Whatever it is, just note it. That is enough. Maintain the tender smile and relax. Feel your face muscles, your lips, your eyes, your shoulders, and your arms. Loosen up, relax, and be aware that you are still looking ahead. Know that you are looking. I know what I am looking at. I look with full awareness, without thinking, without associating, without letting the delusions or emotions invade. A truly pure look. If you are aware that your mind is already wandering around, or if it has some thoughts intertwining, you should note that's how the mind is. And if you need to get out of this state of mind, then step back and observe. Well, I am having this thought. So, My mind has been on the run. It's been running back to the past. It's been running to the future. Or if you find it's difficult to do so, return to your breath, which is the familiar object. Feel the breath come in. Continue to feel the breath come out, even though your eyes are still open. We used to close your eyes when we focus on breath, but today we are practice paying attention on our breath with our eyes open. At that time, the objects in front of us could be out of focus, which means that we just look at things in general and reduce the brightness of the eyes. This also means that we drop the focus and only see the overall of anything. Don't look at the details of any object. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel the breath clearly and continue to loosen up. Our eyes are still looking ahead. Our lips are still smiling, and our mind is noting everything that is happening. At the same time, the mind can note the breath is coming in and out. Feel the relaxation. Feel the lips smile. Have an overall feeling of the surrounding landscape, that it is still dark, or that the sun has risen, or there's a green patch in front. Note that generally, when mindfulness is strong enough, it can see very broadly and very clearly. It can see many objects at the same time. Now, let's lift our cup of tea or coffee. Move our hand forward gently, slowly, and feel the whole process. Move the hand forward, lift the cup of tea or coffee, and bring it towards ourselves. Then raise it to drink. And when drinking, we are also paying attention to the 3 steps: beginning drinking, in the process of drinking, and finish drinking. Be slow, graceful, and enjoy it. Now, let's do it again. Slowly lift it. Bring it to our mouth. Then slowly drink. Start drinking, drinking, and feeling. Then finish drinking. Then slowly put down the cup. Put it on the table or keep it on the palm. Or place it gently on our thigh. Hold a cup of coffee or a cup of tea with your two hands to feel the warmth of the cup spreading through them. Now take another sip of it, also slowly, peacefully. Also note that you start moving the hand forward in the process of moving and finish moving. Get hold of the cup of coffee or tea. Get in hold of it and finish getting hold of it. Take a cup of tea or coffee toward you. Taking it and finish taking it. Now have a drink. Start drinking, drinking. Feel the smell, the taste of tea or coffee. However it is, just note it and finish drinking. How are you feeling about drinking a cup of tea or coffee in mindfulness? Take note, because every day we drink very fast, in a rush, without any feeling. Or we just have a brisk feeling and then think of something else. That is when we lose our concentration with reality and life. Today we are drinking tea or coffee with a different attitude, in a different form, with different content. Sit still to drink and drink with complete enjoyment. Now, put down your tea or coffee, and we continue to sit still, strengthen our back, and relax. Get back to the breath, or the relaxation of any part of the body, or the whole body, or just the smile, or the noise around. The purpose is not to immerse ourselves in the taste of the coffee or tea. Separate ourselves from the subjects. Our mind should be on whatever subjects we want to keep it on. The subject here is the objects of our meditation, attention, or observation. Now, let's leave the subjects of the breath or familiar subjects within the body behind. That is, not to let ourselves get caught up in them. Only when we have these subjects can we meditate. We open our eyes again and look at the surrounding scenery. Now, let us do a certain subject right in front of us. Anything is fine, as long as it's still or just slightly moving, like a leaf or a flower bud. Or you can choose a pebble or a tree. In general, the subject should not be a living creature moving back and forth. It is fine if it moves slightly. It should be plants, trees, arrays of mellow and fresh colors. Continue to relax. Keep the tender smile. Not that we are looking at a certain object, not what is happening with it. For example, when we are looking at a flower, what flower is it? What color? How big? How many? How far is it from us? Is it standing still or swaying in the wind? Is there any bee or butterfly about it? Is it okay however it is? Our job is just to note, to recognize. In fact, we can also choose a swarm of bees, butterflies, even birds flying by as our object. But do not pay constant attention to these objects in motion, as our mind can easily be swayed and go on to imagine things. And if you pay attention to objects that have some movements, and our mind already sways, you should also bring it back to those stationary subjects or objects such as a tree or a leaf. Or we can also come back to a few rounds of breath to let our mind calm down, and then we can continue looking at the scenery. What are we doing? Or which objects are we currently in contact with? Those are the first two mantras of the standing meditation tradition, which has been developed based on the Vipassana meditation tradition of Theravada Buddhism. The second mantra is, how is the object or the action taking place? And we just need to recognize and take note. And however it is, let it be. We are sitting still, hanging out with ourselves, with our surroundings. And what are we looking at? Or what can we hear? What does that sound like? And how does that scene look? Seeing what are we looking at? Knowing what we are seeing. And the same with hearing. In everyday life, there are many times we do look, but we don't see because we are busy thinking. We are clouded with delusion or emotions. Now, we shall allow those clouds to vanish by paying close attention to reality, connecting deeply with reality. sit still and draw all our energy into the object that we are paying attention to so that it is clearly visible. When our mind is already visible, the object will manifest itself, and we can connect with it. And when we have managed to connect with it, we can see its value. And it even passes its energy to us. When we are connected to a wholesome object, we will receive good energy from that object. In Vipassana meditation, practitioners should always keep in mind two important keywords that are observe and accept. Unlike other traditions, one has to imagine this and that, or look for a certain feeling or state, or whatever it appears this way. We have to bend it to other way. The practice of Vipassana meditation and the understanding meditation both were like this. However it is, we just take note, or let it be as it is. That is, not to interrupt, not to interfere, not to influence, and just let it be. It is a practical practice so that we can understand the object and help it to transform. That's why we say we are just hanging out with it, only maintaining our attention, focus, and observation. Pay attention and observe. That's all. We do not deliberately judge the situation, even when it is a defilement. Just by paying attention to and observing the defilement, it cannot do anything to us. There is no need to suppress or eliminate it. Now, let's leave behind the subjects of nature. Get back to our cup of tea or coffee and practice following the previously guided method. Continue to be slow and gentle. Clearly notice each of our registering each stage. Especially observe how our mind reacts or what happens to it when we drink that cup of tea or coffee. Just note it. It doesn't matter how it responds or how it happens. Now, let's put down the cup of tea or coffee. Please continue to watch the surroundings. Now, choose another object, different from the previous one. Don't let our mind get stuck in any object you favorite. Any object is an opportunity for us to connect deeply with and for us to meditate. The important thing is what we are always aware that we are observers and do not identify ourselves with the object or be caught up with the object, especially those that are pleasant and appealing. What are we observing? What is that object like? And what is our attitude towards that object? That is the third mantra of the understanding meditation. What are our attitudes toward the object we are in contact with or we are observing? That means, do we like it? Do we hate it? These are the two main attitudes, the two biggest primary afflictions of human beings. There are also some other attitudes with a haste, tension, nervousness, or irritation when we come into contact with or observe an object. Or it could also be joy, happiness, excitement, just not everything. Just because we are meditating doesn't mean we are only focusing all the time, no matter what happens, even within ourselves. Meditation is an awakened stage, astute awareness. Therefore, concentration is just a supplementary part of Vipassana meditation. Vipassana means looking at the object in a special manner. That is mindfulness. Mindfulness means observing with the right attitude. The right attitude means no intervention, no shaping, no imagination, no repression, no labeling, no attitude. Let it be. Leave it as it is. We only cultivate mindfulness. Observe anything from shallow to deep as it is and just keep on noting it. This is the path to wisdom. Observe with a pure mind, without any prejudice, without any predicament, without using accumulated or paired experience and knowledge. Approach an object with the purest mind, here and now. Now, lean against the back of the chair, or if you are not sitting in a chair, sit straight and loosen up. Maintain full body relaxation, deep twirling, and listen to a mind-nourishing piece of music. And don't forget to observe the reacting mind or the chain of thoughts happening when we are listening to that music. Just let it be. It is it. And we are still ourselves. Just notice. It's okay to think. It's okay to imagine. Just don't allow it to run wild. We just need to be aware that we are having thoughts or some other's ideas when listening to a song. We are having arising thoughts. We are making an unreasonable inference. If we note that our mind is rampaging, then return to the familiar objects of the breath. Or simply close your eyes and relax your body. Actually, there's no harm in wandering off for a few minutes while listening to the music. And just need to be aware because of the lyrics or the melody of the song is very soothing, very peaceful. And when the song ends, it's also time for the practice to come to an end. The meditation practice with the theme of sitting in stillness. And please remember that next time we can have taken in the content of this exercise. We don't need to play the instruction again. Just practice it alone in silence. The results will definitely be more profound. Now, I invite you to listen in awareness, relaxation, and peace.
Dear everyone, we practice meditation in order to become relaxed, tranquil, peaceful, free, and particularly able to make our heart more open and vigorous. That is the ultimate purpose of meditation. It does not mean doing meditation to become special or extraordinary and end up being withered, heavy, tense, and suffer even more. If we strictly practice in accordance with the guidance of experienced masters who have had a track record of success in meditation, combined with our own diligence and wisdom, which means we do our best to cultivate mindfulness and apply meditation practice to daily living activities appropriately, gracefully, and effectively, we will be able to improve and optimize our quality of life. The supplementary episode 4 in the radio series Finding Peace in Turmoil is concluding here. We wish that you would gain profound and memorable experiences while meditating in order to return within, to unleash your hidden potentials. If you've achieved positive outcomes, please share them with your relatives and friends. Goodbye, and see you soon in the next episode.